Part 2. Silver Snow. Harpstring Moon. The Impregnable Fotress. After seizing the Great Bridge of Myrrdin, the Resistance Army starts making preparations to invade Imperial territory, when a surprising piece of information comes to light.
Emergency! In Gronder Field!
We are in the middle of a military conference. Please, calm yourself and tell us what is the matter.
Yes, sir. It seems the Kingdom and Alliance armies clashed with Imperial forces on Gronder Field. Amid the chaos of three armies battling each other out there, the Imperial army was routed. Edelgard sustained heavy wounds and retreated to Enbar.
Well then, I suppose...
Sir, the Kingdom army was also decimated, and His Highness Dimitri has been counted among the dead.
What?
The Alliance sustained heavy casualties as well, and the whereabouts of their leader, Claude, is currently unknown.
Unknown? It must have been a brutal fight. To have lost His Highness. How tragic. Our only solace is that Edelgard sustained severe injuries. This is all quite unexpected, but we must find a way to use this situation to our advantage. The Empire's main force has suffered a mighty blow. Edelgard will most certainly avoid the front lines. Now is the time for us to infiltrate the Empire and aim for the capital.
But what will happen to the Lords of the Old Kingdom and Alliance territories?
They have lost many leaders and soldiers. I am sure they must be hard at work rebuilding. We will foster cooperation by aiding them through the local churches. The remaining Lords of the Kingdom and Alliance must join together to form one union. And you should be the one to lead them. What do you say? Indeed, it is a question for another day. We must focus on our battle with the Empire. For now, what is our next course of action? We must choose a place within the Empire that will give us solid defenses for our front line. That will become the foothold for our invasion of the capital. There is one massive fortress that boasts the greatest defenses in the Empire, Fort Mercius. We will stand no chance if we attack by traditional means. We must gather everyone and devise a plan of attack.
It has been a lifetime, hasn't it, Professor? Yes, I thought so too. I wanted to slice her throat, but I did not get the chance. I let people die, and yet I still stand. Rodrigue, Gustav, Dudu. You sound just like Rodrigue. A way to absolve my sins. Everyone gives such complicated advice, and I can never quite grasp it all. That is why, Professor, I came here to explain my decision. I have no resources to take back the kingdom capital, much less to defeat the Empire, and that is why...
Professor, you will catch a cold sleeping in a place like this. Is something the matter? I am the only one here. Were you dreaming? I can't say for certain that you were dreaming, but if someone did come here to see you, that person only wanted you to see their face. Perhaps they wanted you to guide them.
Hi.
Professor, if Claude somehow survived, I imagine he's terribly wounded. All three forces have suffered heavy losses. We're incredibly lucky to have not been involved. This is a perfect and unique opportunity to go on the offense. Now is the time to prove ourselves, Professor.
Hey, Professor. Fort Mercius is next, huh? Ah, the memories. It's a huge stronghold in my father's domain. The town's completely surrounded by high walls. I used to run around there when I was a kid. Way back when a fortress was just a playground for me. Yeah, those were the days.
It hasn't sunk in yet. They slaughtered the boar. I can hardly believe it. I thought he was alive all this time. He must have really hated Edelgard to lead such an ill-advised assault. No point in feeling sorry for the poor scoundrel now.
Fort Mercius is old and strong. Its reputation for durability is equal to that of Aryan Road. Are you certain your plan is sufficient? It seems to be a little simplistic. That's not terrifically reassuring. Shouldn't you have more faith in your own plans? Incidentally, have you heard any news of Claude? I, for one, have a hard time believing he is dead. He was always a clever and tenacious sort.
Child's play. Child's play.
This is it!
Child's play. Child's play. Child's play.
It's always so peaceful coming back here. But it's hard to relax knowing we have to go out on another expedition again so soon. And assaulting that huge keep. That sounds hard. Oh, really hard. Don't you think it'll be hard? I knew you'd think so. I knew you... Ow! Oh, ow. Can't believe I tried to hug you through the door.
I think you're quite a tactician, disguising ourselves as enemy soldiers to sneak in undetected. A stroke of brilliance. In a frontal attack, our losses would be tremendous. With this strategy, we can really snatch victory from the jaws of deceit. Ah, rats! You've seen through my cunning punning.
Ugh.
Hey! Heya!
The fish in this pond get fed every day, so they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought. But aren't soldiers much the same?
A moment, please.
I've come to deliver vegetables we harvested in the village to the monastery's dining hall. Because of the season, I couldn't really pick that much, but I wanted to help the church out, even just a little bit. We're busily planting seeds, so when things start to grow, I'll be back.
I've heard Dedue's passed on, just like His Highness. You're right. I don't think anyone's found his body, so I guess he might still be out there. If somehow he's still alive, I hope we'll meet again.
You know when you work your muscles and they start screaming? That means you gotta be nice to them. If your muscles are hungry, you gotta feed them. And let them rest when they're tired. Of course! If my muscles hurt, then I hurt. If they're hungry, well then I'm hungry too. What's with the confused face, Professor? You look like you don't get a word I'm saying.
Professor. Standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior. I have excitement in my heart for secret tactics. I enjoy attacks that are surprising. Yes, hunting is doing surprise attacks on prey. Surprise attacks are safe with friends. Fewer injuries.
Well, according to information we've received from the Eastern Church, the Alliance territories seem to be experiencing intense upheaval. Their leaders' well-being is still unclear, and the lords are all questioning each other's intentions. It seems like a difficult time to ask the Alliance for assistance.
Under your leadership, we can win any battle, no matter the odds. That's what everyone's saying, anyway. Hope you can keep up with our expectations, Professor.
You there!
Not possible. Professor, they tell me my father died at Gronder. Was that really a fitting end for one such as him? I don't know. I just don't know.
Teacher. Dimitri, the late Prince of Fargus. He despised the Empire with all his heart. He should not have tried leading an army while his emotions were holding him captive. True enough, but I suspect the reason he died is that he could not keep his emotions in check. I see. You are saying you met with Dimitri, but you could not tell if it was reality or a dream. I wonder what that could mean.
Professor?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Is it true that we'll be assaulting Fort Mercius next? That doesn't sound like the brightest idea. I've heard that it's built to withstand an attack from even the largest of armies. And not to tell you how to do your job, but don't do it. I'm not ready to say my final goodbyes to everyone.
Hello! Will this one do? It's all you. Will this one do? It's all. Will this one do? It's all yours. Take it. Tell your friends.
I never used to care whether I lived or died. But when I think of all those who died at Gronder, I realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
Could be. I only know what little I overheard. But what I did hear implied that the Empire was involved in the tragedy of Duscur. If it's true, that may explain why His Highness chose to fight the Empire. Perhaps I should have fought alongside His Highness. No, not anymore. I am where I belong. Those of us still on this plane of existence will carry the torch. The inhumane actions of the Empire must not be repeated.
Wow, I hardly recognize everyone. Their faces have changed so much. More experience in the eyes, and more pain. I'm glad that they're stronger, but I hate to think they've all become hardened killers. Look after them, okay? Try to keep them on the straight and narrow.
Hey, I could use a hand.
I'm rather curious to see what stratagem we'll devise to capture the fortress. You know Fort Mercius's nickname, I assume, the stubborn old general? But there must be one or two gaps in its defenses.
Okay.
Hello there! So, you see, you know, Professor, laying siege to a keep is like asking a girl out on a date. First, you get past her defenses, then you make your move. I knew you'd get it, Professor. Anyway, you know more about tactics than me, so I don't know why I'm offering you advice.
Okay.
Edelgard, Dimitri, Claude, all the house leaders from way back when, assembled again at Gronder. I wonder what their thoughts were as they headed out to the battlefield.
Professor!
Hey. After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fodlan has shifted greatly. But we only stood a chance because we drove the Empire from the Great Bridge of Myrrdin. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
Professor!
Doesn't matter how sturdy the keep. If the commander defending it is incompetent, it can fall as easy as anything. That's what they say, at least. I wonder if that applies to Fort Mercius. All I know is, if I was the Emperor, I'd never in a million years assign an incompetent commander to a fort as important as that one.
Professor!
What?
I heard that a staggering number of people lost their lives in the battle at Gronder. And here we are, preparing for the next battle as if nothing happened the day before. It's almost easier to think about war as theater, with the stage an entire continent. Something like that. If an accident happens on stage, the next day's performance must be unaffected. Everyone just pretends like everything is fine, focusing on their role in the play.
Right. Oh, Goddess, hear my prayer. Please bless the deceased with peace everlasting, and may his soul rest in tranquility. You know, I used to see him praying quite often when I would come to the cathedral at night.
I wonder who it was he prayed for back then.
I've come here after getting chased out of the Empire. There's no place for our kind there anymore. But there are still many inside Empire territory who haven't abandoned their faith in the Church of Seros. I pray that one day we'll get the chance to rebuild the church within the Empire.
Professor.
It sounds like the battle at Gronder Field was pretty gruesome. We don't know for certain whether Claude's alive or dead. Maybe he's alright. I wish I could make sure somehow. But it doesn't seem possible now.
Let's see. Guess what I noticed? I can see further than most other people can see. But I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see. Yeah, I suppose it could be real useful for finding Lady Rhea, too. Thanks, Professor. I think I get it now. I'm gonna put my eyes to real good use.
Well... I like this idea of yours, dressing as Imperial soldiers so they'll let us in. But don't you wish there was one more twist in the plan? Come on, Professor, think. How could we add another wrinkle, Dress me as Edelgard, but we look nothing alike. On second thought, let's just stick to the plan as originally conceived. That seems safer.
Did you give the ridiculous order to prepare Imperial armor for every one of our troops?
I've reached out through all of my channels, but there are limits to these things. I'll have to recruit an entire town's worth of people if I ever plan on making enough.
I see. I've heard that Gilbert, who used to serve in the Knights of Seros, fell at Gronder. Apparently he was originally a knight of the kingdom, but now he shared Prince Dimitri's fate. Gilbert was an exceptional knight. It's an unspeakable shame.
Professor!
Each step closer to Enbar, I'm reminded of another part of my past. Riches and poverty, glory and failure. That city has it all. And if I'm honest, sometimes I miss it. That's how the past works, though, isn't it? It's always a different story than what you really lived.
Fort Mercius is the Empire's single most fortified military installation. Utterly impregnable, they say. I wonder, do you happen to know the nickname given to Fort Mercius? Indeed, a very good answer. But of course, you'd know that. Seems Fodlans give everyone and everything a nickname. Why, you were called the Ashen Demon. Myself, I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a nickname as well as a title, I suppose.
The battle at Gronder Field certainly took an unexpected turn, did it not? Let us press on, so as not to waste the opportunity. Fort Mercius is a keep that was constructed to defend the Imperial capital, Enbar. We cannot enter the capital without first capturing that fort. But once we have it, the city should be almost entirely at our mercy. I will make the necessary preparations. Be ready. I have something to ask of you. Well done. You have my thanks.
I'm glad I asked you.
Much appreciated. I am always glad to spend time with you. Ah, a miraculous brew. You truly understand tea. Much appreciated. Not bad. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. I suppose the sword of the Creator never goes dull, so you do not need to sharpen it. Teacher. Nice. I used to be told that I did not know the meaning of hardship. Now I am a little more weathered. Nice. Stare at me as long as you want, provided I can stare back at you. Sorry? I used to be told that I did not know the meaning of hardship. Now I am a little more weathered. Sorry? Stare at me as long as you want, provided I can stare back at you. Madness! I trim my eyebrows carefully every morning. A noble must always be well-groomed. This flavor. Teacher, stare at me as long as you want, provided I can stare back at you. I trim my eyebrows carefully every morning. A noble must always be well-groomed. Nice. Right. Stare at me as long as you want, provided I can stare back at you. Thank you for spending time with me. What a treat. I hope we can do this again soon. Teacher.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
Me. Something appears to be wrong with my throat.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
Please leave it to me. Cooking is my forte. At least, I think it is. I don't usually have a problem, but sometimes things get out of control. Got it.
I'll take it. I love it.
Pristine manners are essential, even if the quality of the food is poor. Wouldn't you agree, Ferdinand?
Indeed. We may not care for the meal, but we must show our respect for the person who cooked it.
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that? I would be liking that greatly.
Somehow, everything tastes better with company.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
This is a wonderful dish. You could sell this in any restaurant in the capital.
It is nice to share a meal with others now and again.
I got it right. I am quite pleased. I appreciate your coaching. I am relieved I got it right. Seems simple enough. I am beginning to understand.
That's a relief. You're making me blush. Is this my true talent? This will be useful.
I have done it! No need to just continue with the praises. All thanks to your help. I have done it!
I got it? Nice! I knew I could get it. Aw, thanks, Professor. That's really nice of you to say. I could have kept going. I could have kept going.
Everything went pretty well today. I got it? Good! You're quite the motivator, Professor. I appreciate your coaching, Professor. Everything went pretty well today.
That was helpful. Naturally. Did you expect anything less? Let's not exaggerate.
Your guidance was greatly useful. I have understanding.
are giving me praise?
I will get more soon.
I have a question. What a wonderful idea!
Professor. Whew, time for a breather. Hey, Professor. Yep, noticed you have been too. Seems like it's been a real rough day for just about everybody, huh? I've been so busy I still haven't eaten. I hope there's still food left. Whoa, thanks, Professor. This is really good. What a day. I need a nap, but I still gotta get the dining hall cleaned up. Professor, that's funny. You push yourself harder than anybody else. You make me look lazy. Besides, I don't even break a sweat doing this stuff. The day Lady Rhea comes home, I want her to see the monastery the way it was 5 years ago. That's why I do all this stuff. For her. And the harder I work, the better. Heck, I'd do more than I do now if there were hours in the day. But I can't go without sleep. Tried once. You must think I'm pretty weird, huh, Professor? I'm always on about Lady Rhea, and I'm not even from Fodlan. I bet most people around here think I'm kinda weird. But I'm real grateful for everything Lady Rhea's done for me. That's nice of you to say. Real nice. Thanks, Professor. It's good to know you like me. Helps me feel even more at home. I've heard people say that good folks have a heart of gold. Not real gold, I mean. Just they always care about everybody else. Even guys like me. Lady Rhea's incredible. But I figure you're just the same, Professor. Okay. I guess I gotta give in and get some sleep. I'll get up extra early to make up for it. Good night, Professor.
Oh, hey, Professor. Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now. Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall. I saw him on the street with his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling. Yeah, but it did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone, no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe. But I don't. You know, a long time ago, Leonardo said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now, but I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least. Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that. Hey, don't be that way. There's gotta be something. It doesn't have to be serious. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you. You think so? It's just what anyone would do, really. So what'll it be? How can I help? I'm happy to, if that's what you'd like.
Hello there. I'm here for a visit. I love this tea. Is it a favorite of yours as well? Thank you. Whew, it's piping hot. Okay. Huh? Okay. Huh? There's an equation I've been thinking about. Can you help me with it later? Huh? I'm thinking of changing my hair. What are you thinking? Wow, I'm thinking of changing my hair. I'm at my happiest when I'm digging into a sweet treat. Are you sure? I'm thinking of changing my hair. Huh? I'm at my happiest when I'm digging into a sweet treat. Wow. I try to take good care of myself so that I'm in top form when it's time to act. Whew, it's piping hot. Thanks for the treat. It was so yummy.
All will be well if we work together.
You can count on me.
Look at our excellent results.
There must be more to this.
Guess I need to know this stuff, huh?
I see.
It seems my proficiency has improved.
I'll make good use of this power.
Feeling pretty good about this.